Hi folks, this isn't so much DIY, it's more a bit of an enhancement, and it's probably teaching grandmother to suck eggs. It's about candles, but not these candles, it's these sort of candles. You recognise them, battery candles. Some people like them, some don't, some people are indifferent to them. Buy them singly, buy them in packs of 6 or more. I used to think that's fine, but if I stick it on for a fair period of time, I'll be flipping forever buying batteries or just the new pack of 6. But over there I've got a memento mori picture, and sometimes I'll put something like that on the little shelf in front of it, and I'll burn it 24/7 just in memory of those that have gone on before us, whatever. And I found out that these and the ones that just a little bit not as tall as that, they last about a month, 24/7, so they're pretty flipping reasonable really. So pack of 6 is more or less 24/7, 6 months. Anyway, what's the good thing about using these? Well, there's a lot of good things, and I'll give you an idea as well why I ended up using these sort of things. Well, for me it was grandchildren, lots of grandchildren, and when you have grandchildren come in a confined space and you light candles, apart from my upper somewhere, which even then they can bang into something and knock it, and if it's low down you don't want this sort of candle or tea lights. One, they catch it and you don't realise, next you look in there flipping going up in flames, or it can be knocked on the floor and then you got another problem, whatever. So it's not the most ideal thing if you've got young kids around, so these are ideal. Okay, they're not as good as, I think I did have one somewhere here, but they're not as good as a real tea light, obviously. They don't give off that amount of light that a tea light does. And if this one's working, I think I can see it better than you, because it looks a darker colour than it does on the screen. They look like a little flame and they flash like a little flame, and if you put them inside something, they do give the impression there's a little flame in there flickering. So yeah, they're more for giving an impression, and they are sort of brightening a place up. But in a place like mine, if you're in a gothy sort of atmosphere, that's good. You can have little flickers here and there that look like little candle. Whoa. 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 Whoop. I don't know why I'm bothered, it's bloody plastic. Bloody embarrassed now. Don't even know where I were. Yeah, but they're ideal. And what I want to do with this video really is not insult your intelligence to know that you can have these things and can do things with them, but what sort of things I do with them. I'm not going to show you things that I put them all in or whatever, but little bits I do to enhance. But before that, I'll show you one or two bits that you can do this sort of thing. You can buy this sort of thing. This is in what do you call it, marble. I'd say it's like a marble, onyx marble, and there's a little dip in there, and if you get your candle you drop it in there, which is, now if you got the more shallow one, it really drops in there, you don't see the top, and it does look like a thicker big candle. So yeah, you can buy those sort of things. Now it doesn't matter what they're made of, wood or whatever. Even make your own tube of cardboard, put a little shelf inside it, so just far enough for that to drop in. Paint it however you like, doesn't matter, it's that. In fact, my hall, there's a lamp in the hallway with 6 or some odd candles on it, and those candles are all made out of cardboard. Right, so yeah, you can do that sort of thing, and I nearly forgot. You get the smaller ones, you get this size, and you can actually buy these, this size, whatever. I'm going to show you a couple in a minute. The next thing that I want to show you is, apart from the tea light ones, you can get this sort. I left this out so I didn't run the battery, but yeah, don't look. There's, this wobbles a bit in here, but there's a brass candlestick with a candle in it, and that's all it is. 2 batteries in it. You turn the top down. You can get these around about Christmas time, I think. Turn the, and it lights the top up. Now if your room's pretty dark and you got these on the wall, they still look pretty bloody neat. You know, who's going to go around going, well, that ain't quite real, is it? Bloody, it sort of gives the impression. So, wee willy winky. So, like I said, you can make this up yourself. If you make a long tube that wide, you can have that in the top. Whatever you, and you just unscrew that and it turns it off. That was one. I want to show you, if you want to be a little bit more elaborate, you get something like that. This usually hangs in my window. That should start flickering in a minute. I don't know if you see it flickering, but yeah, looks like a good old-fashioned lamp with a candle in it. So you can have that sort of thing if you want. Next thing is this. Now this is that is a wax candle. If you look inside, you see a wick down there. What you do is, if you've got 1 or 2 spare ones and you want to make something like this, then it's pretty straightforward. Get your battery one, sit it on top with a knife, make a mark around it, or a little bit bigger than that is, and then decide what depth it is. Keep cutting down, and with a little spoon dig the wax out till at last, don't know if this one will light up, no, so I'll nick this one. So that actually drops inside, and when the light's off, if you drop that down even further, the wax is going to light up a little bit at the top. But that's using a wax candle if you want to do that. Just a little idea, but I found that quite useful. Now, getting on to these bits, which were my main thing, you might have seen these in shops. They're sort of like church candle size, not big ones, but that. Some you buy, they're like the one in the lamp, a bit squiggly at the top, and you get them in different ways. You can get some that are remote control and you turn them on and the flicker and all that. But these, you get the just plain and the plain round the top. But this is the bit I wanted to show you where you can make your plastic candle. Let's have a look what it looks like. So it's giving you the impression that the wick has gone down a little bit, so it's lighting up the wax and the flames inside a little bit. But this was totally plain, and I don't know how well you see it on here, but if you have a look, you see the drips, and at the top it's very waxy at the top. Well, this is how you do it. And I think some of you probably have had a go at it. Candle. Ooh. And all you do is, once your candle's really going, then this will take a while, but you get the idea. You keep dripping wax on the top there until you get it totally covered with wax, and then you drip it there so it starts running down the side, and it's up to you how much you want to run down the side, and the bigger the candle, the bigger the streaks you're going to get. So that, yeah, that's the white one. And then I have some like this. The colour is faded a little bit, but again it's the same flat candle. See if it lights up. Oh, it's not very bright. I think I need a new battery. Again at the top, loads of white wax. If you can see that, it's that thick. So you keep putting loads of wax on, and then you get something like this, if it works. This hasn't actually been burnt, but some of you'll know what this is. It's a bleeding candle. No, I'm not swearing. You light it, and then all light blood coloured wax runs down the side of the candle, which I found is a little bit dark on the dark. So with some of these I use them. I'll get everyday candles and drip this down the side of them so the candle looks like it's bleeding, or I'll get this sort of thing, and if you have a look, I'll put a few new bits on. Just there, you can see if I can do it here. You can see it running down the candle. So you can really make yourself a battery bleeding candle. Do you like bleeding candles? Because I like bleeding candles. So yeah, that's all it was really, just to give you an idea. One, get your plain little candles. I mean, if you want to, you can drip wax onto those if you want those to look a bit more like a stubby candle. But your big ones, if you want them to look more like a candle, loads of wax, cover the top, the ridge, loads of wax so it looks like a wax ridge, and it's got all the ups and downs on it, and then just sit there and dribble it down the candle as much as you want it to go, so it looks like it's a normal candle. That with the flicker, it makes it look a little bit more realistic. Like I said, other things you can buy, the tall candles, in the lanterns or whatever. And the other main reason for it was to point out that unless you're on your own and you can have candles around whenever, all day, whenever, it's a good safety factor. If you've got kids around, they're going to knock things flying. Don't put lit candles or tea lights there. Not a good idea. So this sort of thing is a good standing. And the other thing is, like they say with any candle, don't leave it. Well, you can't always, if you've got a pretty gothic place and you want candles everywhere, you can't be in everywhere at the same time. So if you do want to do that, have a mix of candles. Here, where you're sitting, you're seeing the candles, whatever, use candles. Out there in the hallway, in the bedroom, whatever, if you're here, you don't want candles there just burning away, because sometimes I've had a candle that's just gone bloody ballistic, and it was my grandchild that said, "Look at the candle." And I thought, what the candle? And I had a look, and it was flipping, it was doing weird and wonderful bloody things, so I don't know what they put in it. So yeah, good safety thing. And to show you what I do, I'll put a little bit of video up in a minute. Just going down my hallway, so it'll look a little bit dark because you won't see the candles otherwise. But down the hall I've got like candle holders on the wall, which I, funny enough, made from electric ones, ripping all the electric out, but they hold candles as you go down the hallway. And down here I've got a set of battery flickering lights. So if you look at this bit of film, to give you an idea what they look like, these are the ones with the dripping wax and everything on them. But when it's dark, this will give you an idea what it looks like to come down the hallway. But anyway, it's just a quick video, give you an idea what I do. If you want to do it, it's up to you. You've probably got some good ideas. If you have, do a video and I'll flipping copy them. But yeah, watch this video. Folks, that's battery lights in the hallway, but it's safer. So always remember that if you want candles where you can't hang about, put battery ones. It's a lot safer because you don't know what them candles are going to get up to. Some even sort of go and tipple, whatever. So yeah, battery safer. Also, the bathroom, real lights, bloody fantastic. Real candles, use a mix. Use real candles, and where you want twinkling little candle lights and everything, put the battery ones. Just as fun. So, I hope if you didn't know that, you do now, and you can turn your plain old battery candle into something looking a bit more realistic. Have fun, be safe, enjoy your candles.